Activated. In this moment, I am revitalized. A surge of energy, spontaneity, mania flows through my veins as though I've been awakened by a spirit. Uninhibited, free. I don't know what's come over me. Unsteadily steady, anxiously calm, sporadically content. I am. Smiling yet confused, satisfied yet not complacent. I am. Something like Erykah Badu when she thought maybe next lifetime. Yet like Stella when she got her groove back. Yet like Tina Turner when she left Ike. Empowered. Yeah, maybe that's it. This is one of those natural highs that come from time to time. That little voice within that tells the woman at my core that she can conquer the world, do anything she puts her mind to, has no limits, is mentally unrestrained, more than capable, unadulterated, underrated, unashamed. That little voice, so bold, so proud, comes like a whisper, but she speaks so loud. Sometimes I listen, still learning not to tune her out. She's trying to push me forward. My doubts, so heavy at times, force me to ignore her. This ongoing fight between her and I. The louder she speaks, the more I disregard. The hesitation, these uncertainties, one day, they'll subside. Her. Every night after the sun rises, the day takes place in the way that it was destined. The moon takes the sun's place, and the stars, if they decide to make a cameo, so brightly they shine. Every night, I have to face her. I have to look in the mirror and face her. I have to wash off my public face. I have to cleanse the air and the energies from her body that she's encountered throughout the day. That grime, those demons. Sometimes soap and water don't seem like enough, but every night I have to face her. Her in her natural state, her natural form. Every mark and bruise, every discoloration, the cellulite, the fat pockets and imperfections. I have to face the poor decisions that she made last night and the ones she made last week. I have to face the her that she didn't want to see. Because if she admits what she did, she'll be exactly what she didn't want to be. I have to face her. Every night after the sun rises, the day takes place in the way that it was destined. The moon takes the sun's place, and the stars, if they decide to make a cameo, so brightly they shine. Every night I have to face her. I have to look her in the mirror, and I have to face her. I have to zone in on that pimple that has multiplied to 3. I have to look at that lump that wasn't there before. I have to try to figure out where this scratch came from. I have to look at her, stare at her, study her. Sometimes I look so hard, hoping to understand her, and I leave her. I leave that reflection still not knowing who she is, still uncertain of the her that stares back. I try to face her, but sometimes I don't even feel she sees me. I try to face her, but sometimes I don't think she needs me. And if she needs me, doesn't want me, because she's vibing, well, at least she pretends to be. I still don't know her, but I have to face her. Every night after the sun rises, the day takes place in the way that it was destined. The moon takes the sun's place and the stars, if they decide to make a cameo, so brightly they shine. Every night I have to face her. I have to look at her in her entirety, in her naked state. I have to try to understand her, in every aspect that my mind can comprehend. I have to own her, embrace her, love her, in every capacity that I can. I have to put my fear aside, channel some pride. Where's the ego when you need it? I have to gaze beyond her eyes, beyond what anybody can see. I have to look at her. I have to see her. I have to know her. I have to own her. I have to look in the mirror, and I have to face her. I have to face her unapologetically. Behind me. I'm not one to dwell in the past, my past days, my yesterdays, my days before. I leave them in what they entail, the who's they involved, the lows that took place, the misfortune that occurred. I cut the past at its knees and I walk towards my future, taking breaks in the present to catch up with myself because occasionally I lose myself. I have to pick myself up from where I left off. But the point is, I leave my past in the past because that's where it belongs. But some days, we all have those some days where something takes place, or the past we left, dropped off, donated, walks by, makes its presence known, breathing, got the nerve to be speaking, wanting to be acknowledged, and you think, didn't I leave you back there somewhere? How did yesterday become today? How did my past become my present? This isn't the vision that I envisioned, but then you realize that God's sense of humor is nothing short of comical. Something like poetic justice. Yes, I left the past, I moved on. Yes, it walked up to me looking even more enticing than before. But the past showed me what it had to offer once before, and I wasn't amused, vaguely disappointed. And this is where I am reminded that even the devil can dress in angelic clothing. So past, there is no room for you here. No, you can't be in my present. Your impression is a subtle memory, something like one of those dreams that you wake up from and laugh. Something like a mistake that could have been avoided had I really thought twice. Something like a stormy night that I was unprepared for, even though the forecast was rain. So past, let's redo this thing where I leave you again. Let's redo the I don't need yous and don't want yous. Past, this is where we end, permanently. No grudge, no hard feelings, just closure. Our season is over, and you can't and won't define me. My present is steady coasting, and my future with my future awaits me. Past, stay where you belong, behind me. I'm not making any room for you. No, I won't be entertained. So long. Good riddance. This is our final goodbye.